Carolina Calvin. Today I'll be doing a breakdown of the St. Louis Rams heading to Carolina to play the Panthers. The score of this game was Carolina 30 and St. Louis 15. I'm going to go with the quarterbacks. Sam Bradford, 21-30, 255 yards, and 8.5 average, one touchdown, one interception. He played a pretty solid game. A lot of it was short yardage. He did have one really big play. But for the most part, it was mostly yards after the catch. From a rushing standpoint, Zach Stacy, 17 carries, 53 yards, 3.1 average, 20, and he had a long of 21. For the most part, he had a couple nice runs, but it's very difficult to run against that Carolina front. From the receiving standpoint, Quick, as I said, he had the big 73-yard catch. He had 2 receptions, 97 yards, and was targeted 6 times. Tavon Austin, 5 receptions, 39 yards, was targeted 5 times, and with a long of 24. Zach Stacy, 4 receptions, 34 yards, and an 8.5 average and a touchdown. He was targeted 4 times. Jared Cook, 4 receptions, 33 yards, 8.3 average. He was targeted 7 times. And really, other than that, you had Pettis, Givens, Harkey, and Kendricks. Those guys had a reception or two, but for the most part, it was mainly short yardage. He did spread the ball around quite a bit. Of course, Bradford had the one pick, I believe it was on the first play of the first drive of the game, that led to a touchdown by Captain Merlin. But mainly what hurt this team was after the play was over, penalties. Of course, the interception hurt him, and also the fumble hurt him. But it was after the play penalties that really backed him up and kept him from getting moving the chains and or converting it into a touch and converting the drive into a touchdown. I apologize. Um, Defensively, they did look good. Um, they got some pressure on Newton. They really slowed down the Carolina rushing attack. Of course, as you know, Chris Long got ejected from the game for, as I said, one of the after the play penalties. Thinking they hit him with, he was punching a player. We'll have to see what the league does about that. But James Laurinaitis had a good game. Robert Quinn made some plays, and for the most part, defensively up front, they did a good job. They slowed down the rushing attack, and something Carolina really wants to establish. And they got some pressure on Cam Newton. From the Carolina side of things, Cam Newton, 15 to 17, he didn't throw too much. But when he did throw, he was pretty accurate. Used his checkdowns. Wasn't no forcing the ball to Steve Smith or Greg Olsen. He spread the ball around to a couple other guys as well. But they really, in this game, they wanted to establish the run. But Cam Newton was 15 to 17, 204 yards, 12-yard average, one touchdown, and he pretty much played like, let's say, a game manager role in terms of his passing. Didn't turn the ball over, and made the correct throws, and it put it where it needs to be put. From a rushing standpoint, D'Angelo Williams, 15 carries, 40 yards, 2.7 average. Mike Tolbert, 13 carries, 36 yards, 2.8 average, one touchdown. Cam Newton, 10 receptions, 26 yards. And one thing that caught me looking at this was Cam Newton running 10 times. Yeah, he only got 26 yards, but it's just the threat of the run. Some of those plays were, some of them were busted, were broken plays, but others were plays where they were actually design runs for Cam Newton. So I'm happy to see that they're mixing those plays in there, because Cam Newton's a running quarterback, so you got to get him on the move. You got to have some design runs for him, because it gives the other team something to worry about. And if you got a running quarterback, use him. Run the ball with them every now and then to catch the defense off balance. um, into the receiving, Steve Smith, 5 receptions, 69 yards, 1 touchdown. He was targeted 6 times. Pretty solid, pretty good game. Greg Olsen, 4 receptions, 47 yards, targeted 4 times. Brandon LaFell, 3 receptions, 35 yards, and targeted 4 times. Ted Ginn Jr., 2 receptions, 34 yards, targeted twice. D'Angelo Williams, 1 reception, 19 yards, was only targeted 1 time. As I said, he only threw the ball 17 times. So it wasn't, it wasn't him just sitting back and throwing 30 plus times, because I really don't think they need to do that. I won't mind him throwing 20 to 25 times, then him rushing at least 30, and in this instance, of course they threw it 17 times. They ran 38 times because so it was heavy run. They were trying to establish the run. Also, they were trying to protect the lead. But you could tell they were trying to establish the run. Didn't turn out too well in terms of them getting big gains in the running game, because St. Louis did a good job up front. But I like that they stayed committed to it. Cam Newton did have a fumble, but it was recovered. Defensively, Captain Munnerlyn did have the interception return for a 45-yard touchdown. We got good pressure on Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford did get knocked out of the game, but it was in the fourth quarter. It looked like I think it was a horse collar tackle. Looked like one, and he hurt his left knee. Hopefully that's not too bad. But up front, they did a good job, in terms of slowing down the run game and getting pressure on Sam Bradford. The only thing I have a problem with, what they didn't do, which is, some, it was just a couple missed tackles, was some of the short yardage stuff. But teams are gonna get yards on you. So I've been pleased with their defense, I want to say, all year. That's one thing I've praised them about. Star lately, he has come, he's been a force. K'Wan Short, Greg Hardy, of course, Luke Kuechly, Captain Munnerlyn stepped in. Quentin Michael has played. He's been a surprise back in the secondary. K'Wan Short, a second round guy, has come up big. Thomas Davis. I really like these guys. Even Chase Blackburn, made a cut, is, playing okay. So I like what they're doing up front, and I'm definitely surprised by the back end, because if you look a couple weeks ago, we had a lot of injuries in the back end. But those guys have held up well, and we defensively have played great. With one of the top 10 defense, easily top 5 in certain categories in terms of the run. With top 5 defense. And we're very solid in terms of against the pass. So I like what they're doing. I like Ted Ginn in the return game. Got 2 returns, 54 yards. So he did, when he did return it, he gave us good field position. That's really about it about the game. I do want to go over a couple other things. The Rams had, this pretty much is what hurt the Rams in this game. 8 penalties for 68 yards and 3 turnovers. That's gonna hurt, and a lot of those penalties really would drive killers, or stop them from getting 6 points. Also, the Rams weren't that great on third down. Neither were the Panthers. The Rams were 4 of 13 on third downs, and also they were 0 of 2 on fourth down. And one fourth down, I think they was in the goal line, and they got stopped, which pretty much stopped them from getting any points. Carolina's third down efficiency wasn't too great as well. It was 2 of 9. They had 7 penalties, 59 yards. But none of the penalties, aside from the Mike Tolbert, really hurt. and they had 0 turnovers, which is something definitely you look at when the other team turns the ball over 3 times. And I know 1 turnover was Chris Clemens at the end of the game, but 2 of them were significant. And Carolina, I believe, got 10 points off turnovers, so that could definitely make a difference. Carolina time possession 33 minutes 20 seconds. St. Louis 26 minutes and 40 seconds. So Carolina won time possession. They won the turnover battle. Let's see what else. And and let's see. And that's pretty much won the game. The mistakes by the Rams that really killed a lot of the drives and the turnovers. That's pretty much the difference in the game. But I think I'm done with this breakdown. As always, comment down below if you watched the game. Let me know what you think about the game. And how do you see these two teams going forward for the Rams? Going forward, we have to check out the Sam Bradford injury. What will be the circumstances of what would league do to Chris Long? Will they ban him a game or fine him? More than likely will be a fine. The defense, their defense looked good today. Carolina side, they have to keep mixing up the play calling. The defense is gonna play well. They're good against the run. That secondary is gonna have to keep holding up. But offensively, you got to mix up the play call and get some runs in there with Cam Newton. Of course, use the running backs in the passing game and rushing them. And also spread the ball around to different receivers. Ted Ginn, Brandon LaFell. Not only just Greg Olsen and Steve Smith. That's pretty much what I think about this game and looking forward for both teams. As always, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.